Hello, and welcome back to The Broken Doll. Tonight I come to you with my Shirley Temple here, and she is in need of another coat of paint. Why do I tell you that? Well, I was really convincing myself she was done, but having her now, I took her outside. This is what I was showing the neighbor lady what I was doing, and right when I brought her out into the daylight, I saw some of the composition like underneath slightly coming through, not like huge or anything, but just little black areas I could see, or just like compo coming through. She even seen it too. It wasn't just me. She says, you need to give this another coat. I said, yeah, I can see this now out in the daylight light. Now in here, it doesn't look like you need it. So I'm going to start taking her outside and just viewing her outside a little bit and getting like a daylight light on her just a little bit. But then I did say, there are people who do paint 5 to 10 times, depending on how thin your paint is. My paint does have some thickness to it, but not that thick. I have thinned it down. So, which means I got to give it a few more coats. We're going to look at maybe, let's bring it up to 6 coats maybe on her. I noticed it on her leg, and I took her head out. That's why these two parts are sitting here right now. And it's just because I noticed that when I took her out. It wasn't so much on the head, it was on her leg we noticed it. But I am going to paint everything. Her face is going to get it again. Like the whole head is going to get it, all her limbs, her body, everything. So stay tuned. This is what's coming right now. So I'm going to set myself up here. It's raining here right now and very humid. As my little guy used to say when he was reading, we homeschooled our children, and he would call it humid. It's humid outside. The rainforest is very humid. And I said, that's where English kind of gives another twist. And we call it, because he knew the word hum. And so he was sounding it out with phonics. And I said, we have to change it to ooh sound, humid. You know, and he just kind of looked at me like I had 3 heads. Because it was twisting him around. But I can't find my brushes. What did I do with my brushes? I did something here with them. I don't want to switch brushes because I love that brush I had. What did I do with me brush? It should be in my, here's my, that. I was doing that for that. I took everything off of here for the, what do you call it? The dolly. Well, this is not good. I might have to come back, and I know what it looks like. Well, this is another one. Oh, this is it here. It got put back into the, okay, found it. We're okay. We're going to, now like I say, if it shuts off, have a great night. So my daughter and I went to the Salvation Army yesterday. Before I get started here, I want to show this to you. There was a carpet remnant left. They built these very expensive high-rise apartments here, and these came from that. I was talking to the gentleman at the back or something. I think that's what it is. Anyways, they came from someplace really expensive. It's very expensive carpeting, but it's very just the butt end of the carpet. We bought, there's 2 of them, and one was 20, one was 25. I had some cards to get $5 off, so we did that. So what was 45 was now 40, and tax brought it back up to close to 45 again. Did I say? Yes, I did. But anyways, I'm going to show it to you really quick here. And I got it underneath my sewing area, and it's also underneath where I sit as well. Okay, so I was really happy getting these remnant carpets. Fantastic. This is what I like to get my hands on, and I don't need anything like really special, but just something that will help me out, especially as winter approaches too. And I'm sitting here barefoot on it because I don't want to put my shoes, because my shoes were wet from the rain. But I thought I'd share that with you. You know, for $45, I got a piece of it in my front room right now, which looks just gorgeous in there. It doesn't fill up the whole front room, of course, but it does right around my couch area, which is all what I've been wanting. So anyhow, as that may be, let's get this leg painted. And I'm going to be needing some more paint in here soon. Oh, where's my paper towels? I always love my paper towels sitting out. Okay. Rub my brush on it. There we go. Just a piece off to the side. There we go. Good enough for me. All right, so let's get this painted here. So we start again. Like I say, we're going to start. Hopefully you're seeing this here. Yeah, you are. Okay. Maybe I'll just bring you out a little bit more. Okay, there we go. I'm pretty sure I gotta get my glasses to see what you're seeing. Oh yeah, you can see that. Okay, so we're going to start with the bottom of the foot and work our way up to the hip of the doll. So there we go. Very nice. The little deals you can find at those stores, it's just, sometimes you just walk out, not a thing. And then the next time, you come out with something really good, and it just hits you at a time when you're not expecting it, you know, and you go, wow, okay, great, you know, but yeah, I was really surprised to get that there, and very nice surprise. And this right around in here is where we saw, right in this area here, where we were seeing the gray coming through. And I was like, okay, you know, go. So this is coat number 5. Okay, now this is where you got to swing it around. Now the ball of the leg up here, I know I've been doing some painting around on it, but I will really give it a good going over near the end here. Right now I'm just going after the just of the leg and making sure that I am getting most of the leg done. Those touch-up areas I will be looking after. They're not out of the picture. I know I keep telling you that, but it just seems like she needs another couple layers yet, and hopefully I have nailed her. It doesn't surprise me, though, that that has happened and that I've been seeing that. I'm not shocked in the least at all about that, because I have seen it before. And you just got to go over it and over it. Like I said, I've heard of people doing 10 coats of paint, depending on how, like again, I come down to how thin have you made your paint. That will determine your, how many coats you're going to be putting on your doll's body. So, and don't be afraid to say I had to put 15. You very well might have. You might have thinned it down, you know, you got to be careful. It's not like water, though. There's got to be some consistent, like some substance to it, you know, your paint too. But you know, just it's up to you how thin you want it, and that I can't tell you how to do that on mine here. It just doesn't work that way. It's almost like a feel that you have for it. That's why I always say to people, buy a crappy old doll, something that, you know, has no name behind it, like not like a Shirley Temple. Start with something that's just a little knockoff. Oh, she fell. Yikes, she fell. Okay, she fell. Okay, let's take her. Let's see if I did any damage to her. She didn't go on her hook. When I was hooking her up to the hook. Okay, she looks good. Okay, I'm going to let her be. All right, let's see if I can get her back up on her hook again. I hate when that happens. I had that happen one other time to a doll. There we go. All right, we're doing good. And did she put a paint on anything? Oh, yeah, just on my my sprayer here. Not a big deal. There we go. Okay. We avoided the mess. Okay. There we go. Now let's get the head going here. So coat number 5. I hope this isn't boring any of you. You're all enjoying this. There we go. Can you see her being painted? Oh, yes, you can. You can see her being painted. I'm going to give her... Now, I don't think she needs any more paint after this one here. Her head didn't show anything. But I will give her a 5th coat, and that will leave her at that. But her body seemed to have... Her legs, her limbs really showed it. I took about 2 or 3 limbs out, hung the rest of them up, kept this one down here because it was the worst of the worst, you know. And I was like, oh, wow. Oh, there we go. So I was like, okay. I've been also sitting, well, I cut the grass today, got the grass cut, and now it's raining, so it'll grow again, darn, which is what grass does when it rains, you know. I like when it just stays nice and hot, and you get that nice heat, and it just doesn't do anything. The grass just stays stagnant. Kind of goes into a hibernation of its own, but oh well, such is life. And, but anyways, yeah, there we go. There we go. There we go. Now just the last part of her head. There we go. Now up here on the top of her head, I don't really have to get in like particular because her wig will be covering a lot of that. But I still like to have it painted properly. If I've got the brush out, you might as well just do it, you know. And like I say, it doesn't hurt anything to go over this, you know, like to make sure that you're painting her completely, you know, all the way around. And I know her wig is going to cover the vast majority of it, but like I say, in 100 years from now, if they pull her wig off, they might look at it and go, who was painting this doll? Look what they did up here. They didn't paint her. Who was she? What old lady did that? I'm going to say, not me. From the grave, I'll say it. But anyways, there we go. Oh, that looks nice. Very nice. Yeah, she looks really, oh, that looks nice. Okay, we're going to put her off to the side. So coat 5 is done on her. I really like that coat. That coat came on really nice on her. Whoops. Really nice on her. I really like that. Yeah. That looks really super on her. Okay. And my brush is getting, because my hand's got paint on it, getting a little... I get paint on me all over the place. I'm terrible. It just takes me seconds and I got paint all over me. My daughter bought me all this stuff from my desk to keep me organized, and my organizer is unorganized. She just looks at me, she goes, she doesn't say anything, but I can see it in her eyes. I wonder, she's probably wondering. And I don't know, I don't mind a mess, like things being in a mess. I get messy myself, I love it, you know, but, oh well, I try. Okay, let's give this body one, the body looks great, but I'm going to give everything, like I say, one last coat. And, well, I still got to do touch-ups on it. Okay. So, there we go. Now we're going to start this here. Inside the legs here, where the legs will be going back in, really turned out great. Right in here. Oh my goodness, did they ever turn out nice. I was really happy with how well they turned out. Really nice. Oh, wow. Ooh, come on, get back to where you're supposed to be. Where am I? There she is. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, I just wanted to move out of place there. Okay. This is a slow process, but I enjoy coming out here, especially on a rainy day like today, and just sit out here and just paint away. And it's just so relaxing. There we go. Wow, she's turning out so nice. I can't wait to see when she's all done. I'm excited for her debut. I was down at the Salvation Army looking at the next auction. They got some little dolls there. Some of them are called the Pee-wee dolls. There's a Kittle in there. There's also these one called the Little Love Dolls. I didn't know that's what they were called. It was there's a gentleman that works in there, quite a nice man, and he was telling me, he said they were on, I think it was like a card that you could get. They're called the Love, and these were the Little Love Dolls. They're kind of nudies, and they have, like, they're nude dolls, but they have no expression on their body or anything. They're just outline form type of thing. One's a man, one's a woman, and they not bendable or anything. I don't even know if their heads turn. Their heads may not even turn. And they have those in there. They have a little Dutch doll, like with wooden shoes and everything. And what else was there in there? I saw something else.